الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فلما دخلوا على يوسف آوى إليه أبويه وقال ادخلوا مصر إن شاء الله آمنين ورفع أبويه على العرش وخروا له سجدا وقال يا أبت هذا تأويل رؤياي من قبل قد جعلها ربي حقا وقد أحسن بي إذ أخرجني من السجن وجاء بكم من البدو من بعد أن نزغ الشيطان بيني وبين إخوتي إن ربي لطيف لما يشاء إنه هو العليم الحكيم رب قد آتيتني من الملك وعلمتني من تأويل الأحاديث فاطر السماوات والأرض أنت وليي في الدنيا والآخرة توفني مسلما وألحقني بالصالحين صدق الله العظيم. فلما دخلوا على يوسف, so when they all came to Yusuf, he placed his parents near to him. Awa ilayhi abawahi. He placed his parents near to him. Waqala dkhulu, and he said to all of them that to enter Misr, Egypt, God willing, insha'Allahu, aminin, with peace, peacefully. Wa rafa'a abawayhi ala al-arshi, and then he raised his parents up on the throne. وَخَرُّوا لَهُ سُجَّدًا. Seeing all of this, they all fell before him prostrating. He said, O my father, هَذَا تَأْوِيلُ رُؤْيَايَ مِنْ قَبْلِ. This is the fulfillment of my dream, of my early dream. قَدْ جَعَلَهَا رَبِّي حَقًّا. My Lord has made it come true. وَقَدْ أَحْسَنَ بِي إِذْ أَخْرَجَنِي. And he favored me when he took me out of the prison, مِنَ السِّجْنِ. وَجَاءَ بِكُم مِّنَ الْبَدْوِ مِن بَعْدِ. And he brought you from the countryside, مِن بَعْدِ, after Shaitan caused a rift between me and my brethren. Inna Rabbi latiful lima yasha. Indeed, my Lord, in whatever He wills, He does it in a subtle way, in a subtle way. Innahu huwal alimul hakim. Inna Rabbi latiful lima yasha. My Lord is very subtle in what He wills, in whatever He wills. Innahu huwal alimul hakim. Indeed, He is all knowing and He is all wise. Rabbi qad ataytani min al-mulki. O my Lord, you have given me power to rule. Wa 'allamtani min ta'wil al-ahadith. And you have given me knowledge of interpreting dreams. Fatir as-samawati wal-ard. Allah, O the Creator of heaven and the earth. O the Creator of heaven and the earth. Anta waliyyi fid dunya wal akhirah. You are my guardian in this world and in the hereafter. Tawaffani musliman wa alhiqni bis salihin. You make me die as a Muslim, make me die as a Muslim, and make me join the righteous. This is the translation of these ayats which we recited. Alhamdulillah, we have been covering Surah Yusuf in our Friday Tafsir sessions, and there's been a long halt because of the current situation. So now we are, inshallah, we are restarting it again. We are doing it online, but hopefully, inshallah, everything will be good soon, and we will start it in the masjid also. So we were covering the story of Yusuf alayhi salam. We were covering Surah Yusuf, and we got up to the last ruku, almost the second last ruku, and this is the climax of the story of Yusuf. It's the end. So I just wanted to go. I wanted to give an overview of what we have covered so far. That this Surah Yusuf is placed after Surah Hud, and Surah Hud, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala has mentioned a lot of the stories of Anbiya alayhimu salatu wassalam, and after that Allah Subhanahu wa Taala mentioned to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, wa kullan naqussu alayka min anba'ir rusuli ma nuthabbitu bihi fu'adak, that all of these stories of previous nations we have mentioned to you is to satisfy you, or is to make you steadfast, is for your counseling, that whatever you're going through or the way they are reacting is nothing new. This is what have happened before, and the way Allah's help came to the prophets and those people who affirmed their message and who followed them, and the way Allah saved them and Allah provided success to them. The same way Allah is going to provide success to you as well, and Allah is going to protect you as well. And then after that, this Surah Yusuf is placed. So the connection between Surah Hud and this is that the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, in both of their stories there are similarities. That the way the story of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam had begun with the dream he saw, the same way Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's prophethood also began with the dreams he used to see. And we read this in the biography of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that before he was given prophethood, he used to see dreams, and all the dreams used to come true in the morning, as if exactly the way he has seen it. So the same way. The story begins with the same way, and then the way Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam faced problems and faced animosity and hatred and jealousy, all of that, what he faced from his own family members, from his own brothers. The same way Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam also faced all of this from his tribe, from his nation, from his community, from his own extended family members, from Quraysh. So, and then the same way it ended with Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, that the brothers came apologizing to him and seeking forgiveness and prostrating. The same way the Quraysh in the 8th year of Hijrah, at the time of Fath Makkah, they sought forgiveness from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they also knelt down to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So there are similarities between the three, and the way Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam said, "La tathriba alaykum al-yawm," that I forgive and there is no case upon you today. The same way Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he also forgave the Quraysh when he got hold on them, and when they sought forgiveness from him. So the same way he forgave, and then he said, there is no case upon you today. There's nothing, no harm upon you. La tasriba alaykum al-yawm. So this was the similarity between the story of Yusuf alayhi salatu salam and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And in this surah, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was told, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what the summary of this surah is, what Mufassirin has written, is that the da'i, when the person who invites towards Allah, how he has to carry himself, what characteristics he needs to have, and then when he completes his task, what result, what is the outcome of it, what is the end result of his mission. So there are 6 main characteristics of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam which are mentioned in this surah, and which a prophet, a da'i, a person who wants to invite people, who is supposed to invite people towards Allah, needs to have to complete this mission. The very first quality which is mentioned in the early part of the story is that although the brothers of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam caused him harm, they threw him in the well, and they took him away from his father, and they sold him. All of this, what they did with him, even after all of that, he became patient. He stayed patient, and he did not lose his patience. And with sabr and with patience, he dealt with all of those situations. This is the first quality of a prophet. The first quality of a da'i, that he stays patient. He hold on to patience, no matter what circumstances he goes through. He never lose his patience. So, and then after that, when he was sold and he was trapped in this condition, in this situation where the wife of the minister tried to seduce him and tried to commit sin with him. So in that, and all when the other ladies and other women were invited by the same wife of the minister, and they all tried to made him commit sin. In all of that situation, he held on to his amanat. He never lost his trust. The trust he was given to him by Allah. The trust he was given to him by the minister himself. So he never lost trust. He never distrust. So the second quality a da'i, a prophet, need to have to complete the mission is trust. They never lose the trust. They never put their step in the trust of people. So they are ameen, they are trustworthy. So they never lose their trustworthiness. So this was the second sifat and second quality. And the third quality was that when he entered into prison, and he met by these 2 prisoners who asked him the dream, the interpretation of the dream, and then finally the king also saw a dream, and he was asked the interpretation of the dream of the king. So he through his knowledge, which was given to him by Allah, he interpreted those dreams. He solved those matters, and this is called firasat. This is called deep knowledge and deep understanding, which was given to him. So this was also a great quality a prophet need to have. A prophet has, that they are very deep in their knowledge. They are very deep in their understanding. So that was the third characteristics. And then after that, when he was proved that he was sinless and he did not committed any sin, and despite that he was in the prison, and the king called him to come out of the prison, he became steadfast. He did not just answer that call and came out of the prison, but he said, no, I want to be totally clean before I come out of the prison. It's not just that since I have interpreted the dream and the king really liked it, so he want me to come out of the prison. No, I want the matter to be totally clean, and then I want to come out. So that shows his steadfastness. And even when the king wanted him to be his partner in the kingship, he chose that position which was more beneficial for the people. So that is what also sticking to the mission, being steadfast on the mission, and that shows steadfastness. So that is the first quality a prophet, a person who is calling towards Allah needs to have steadfastness. And then after that he met his brothers again, and the brothers came back, and he got hold onto them. He could have and the brothers accused his brother Binyamin with theft, and they said in front of him that Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam also committed theft before. They accused him with wrong accusation. So even after listening to that and having power to take revenge from them, he did not took revenge. He held on to his emotions and he humbled himself. So this is the fifth quality a prophet need to have: humbleness. And he humbles himself. He never comes into aggression, and he never comes into arrogance and all that. He humbles himself, and he never. This is called tawazu, being humble. So this was the fifth quality. And finally, when the brothers did accept their mistake, and the brothers did realize what they did wrong, after all of that, after all what Yusuf ﷺ went through, he did not took any revenge from the brothers. He forgave them without even questioning, without even asking for anything. He just forgave them totally, and that is called hilm, that the forbearance, the highest level of patience. That a person does wrong to you, and instead of taking revenge, you don't only forgive them, you don't even ask any question, you just forgive them, period. So this is what the sixth quality Yusuf ﷺ had, and this is throughout the whole story is throughout like that this is the instructions given to Rasulullah ﷺ. This is how the prophet has to fulfill their mission with these qualities. So finally we came up to this the last thing we covered was that when Yusuf ﷺ forgave the brothers, and he gave one of the brothers his own shirt and asked him to take it to the father and put this shirt on the face of my father, on the eyes of my father, and it will bring back his eyesight. And this is what happened. The glad tiding, the person with the glad tiding came to Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam, and he placed the shirt on his face, and because of that his eyesight came back. So, and then the brothers sought forgiveness from the father also, and asked him to make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala He also forgives the brothers. So Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam, he said that soon I will make dua for you, I will seek forgiveness for you. And he said that indeed my Lord Allah is all forgiving, and He is very merciful, very He is Rahim. He loves to forgive, and He has a lot of rahmat. So the Mufassirin has said that when Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam sent this one of the brothers back to Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam, he did provide him with wealth and with a lot of stuff. So the whole extended family of Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam can prepare, and they all can come back to Misr from the countryside. So in the riwayat they say there were up to 90 or 80 to 93 people in the whole extended family. So when this news came that Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam is alive and he is the king, so they all prepared, and the whole extended family got together, and they traveled from the countryside to Misr. And this, the ayats we recited, this is the scene when they all came back, and they were entering the city of Misr. So the Mufassirin, they say that Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, he came outside of the city to welcome the whole family, welcome his father, his parents. And in one riwayat it also comes that 4,000 troops, 4,000 soldiers were with him to welcome the whole extended family. So when they came to Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, he asked them to enter into the house, and he met them there, and he asked his whole family to enter, and he gives special awa ilayhi abuwayhi, he gives special treatment to his parents. And then he asked the whole extended family to enter into the city, God willing, and peacefully, meaning that all those others travelers who wants to come into the city, the restrictions they need to follow and the things they need to go through, you don't have to go through that. So you have an exception, and you have a special treat that you are entering into the city with no restrictions. And then when they got up to the throne, so Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam placed his both parents to the throne, and he raised them to the throne. So looking all of this might, and looking all of this success, and looking all of this what Allah has blessed Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam with, the whole family, the parents and the brothers, fell into prostration before Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. Now in those previous nations, there was this sajda, this prostration of ta'zeem, not the prostration of ibadat. So one is the prostration of ibadat that we only do to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He is the one who deserves our worship. So one is the prostration of worship that only is done to Allah in all the nations. But in the previous nations, there was this sajda, like in this ummah, in our time, we say assalamu alaikum to each other, we greet each other with salam. So we show respect each other with salam. So there was a way to show respect to each other. There was a way to greet each other or show respect to someone by prostrating. It was allowed in those nations. But since this nation is the last nation, this ummah is the last ummah, the deen is completed, and all those doors from which any type of polytheism can come into people's heart were closed. So that's why even all kind of prostrations were prohibited to anyone other than Allah. So all types of prostration, sajda is only going to be done to Allah Himself, no one else. So, and then looking at this, Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam said to his father that when he saw the parents and the brothers, they all are prostrating. So he said this, he looking at this scene, he remembered his dream. That he saw that the sun and the moon and the 11 stars, they are prostrating to him. And then he said, Hada ta'wilu ru'yaya, this is the fulfillment of my dream which I saw earlier, or my early dream. So Allah had made it come true. Allah is the one who made it come true. After all what happened, Allah, whatever Allah is, like it's coming in the end of the ayat, that Allah is very latif, He is very subtle. He makes situations He provide the means, and He makes He in a very sensitive way, in a very hidden way, He fulfills whatever He wills. So He is the one who provides. He is the one who causes things to happen. So anyway, وَقَدْ أَحْسَنَ بِي إِذَا أَخْرَجَنِي مِنَ السَّجْنِ وَجَاءَ بِكُم مِنَ الْوَادِ. Now this is what we need to focus on today. That imagine Yusuf alayhi salatu salam, after going through all what he went through, all the disasters, all the problems, all the torture he went through, and after all of this great separation from his own family, after years and years, it's written in the tafsir that Yusuf alayhi salatu salam was separated from his father for more than 40 years. So after this many years, he's meeting his parents, and this all torture he has gone through in all of these years. Still, after all of that, he did not mention any problem he went through. He did not showed any negativity. It's all when he told the parents what happened to him, he told in a very positive manner. He only told all the positive things. So Mufassirin, they say whatever happened to the story of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam can be divided into three topics. First is the separation, the animosity of his brothers. This was the first topic. And the third topic in which the story of Yusuf alayhi salam can be divided is the separation from his family. And then the third one is the problem, that the third topic of his story is that he got into prison. So these are the three main objects of his story. So he changed the pattern. And first he mentioned that my Lord, my Rabb favored me with taking me out of the prison. He never told why he got into the prison and how did he end up in prison and what he went through in the prison. Never told anything. All he said that my Rabb, He favored me, that He got me out of the positive part he highlighted. This is being optimistic. This is being positive. This is how you keep the family together. This is how you feel the beauty and the peace in life. When you think positively, when you keep always the positive things in front of you. On the other hand, what do we do normally? That thousands and thousands of blessings of Allah we experience in our life. And when one problem comes and we fall into one sickness or one small thing. So we forget all those thousands blessings of Allah, and we just start complaining about that one thing. This is why Allah has called this human being innal insana li rabbihi lakanud. This human being, indeed this human being is very, very ungrateful. That is very ungrateful. That no matter what blessings he experiences, whatever blessings he experiences, he forgets the blessings, and he only expresses ungratefulness on the problems he goes through. So Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam never said that, and he only pointed towards the positive part, that my Lord took me out of the prison. And then he said he did not say what the brothers did with Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. He only said, instead of blaming his brothers, he put the blame on shaitan. That my brothers were not that bad. Allahu Akbar. My brothers did not do anything. My shaitan made them do it. Shaitan put a rift between me and my brothers. Shaitan is the real blameworthy. He did not blame anything to the brothers, or did not say anything what the brothers did with him. Allahu Akbar. This is the divine guidance for people to carry out their lives, to carry out family matters. That you overlook the mistakes. Allahu Akbar. That you overlook the mistakes, and then you forgive. That you have that power in your heart. You have to have that power in your heart to overlook the mistakes of your family members. This is how you live peacefully. This is how you live happily. This is real deen. This is how Allah wants you to live. Allahu Akbar. This one Shaykh I was listening to, and he was saying that I asked my Shaykh that please make dua for me to forgive me. He said this forgiveness is very easy. Allahu Akbar. This to get forgiven by Allah is very easy. He said, well, how is it very easy? He said, all you need to do is tell Allah, oh Allah, I have forgiven everyone on the face of earth. No matter what they have done to me, what they have said to me, I have forgiven everyone. I have no animosity or no ill feeling, no any type of ill feeling in my heart for anyone on the face of earth. So since I have forgiven everyone, you also forgive me. This is the easiest way to get forgiven, or to feel the peace in the heart, to get close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam blamed shaitan of all what the brothers did. And then the greatest positive point he mentioned, that no matter, even though I was separated from you for this long time, what he did not mention the period of separation. What he mentioned, that Allah has brought, or my Rabb has brought you from the countryside back to me. جَاءَ بِكُم مِّنَ الْبَدْوِ مِن بَعْدِ. That my Lord had brought you back here. And then he said, إِنَّهُ هُوَ الْعَلِيمُ الْحَكِيمُ. Indeed, Allah is all-knowing and He is all-wise. Allah knows everything in whatever decisions He make. And in the decisions He make, the situations He put us through, He is all-wise. He has wisdom in that. So, and then after mentioning all of these positive points, Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, the riwayat, it say that the Mufassirin, what they have written, that Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam lived with their parents for years happily in the city in Egypt. And after, when Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam passed away, and he buried him, he he made this dua at that time, or he when he mentioned the blessings Allah gave him in this dunya, he in he he thought of akhirat, and about akhirat he made this dua to Allah: Rabbi ataytani min al-mulki wa 'allamtani min ta'wil al-ahadith. So all the blessings which Allah provides a human being are of two types. One are inwardly, one first type is inwardly blessings, and the second type of blessings which Allah provides a person is outwardly blessings. So he mentioned both kinds of blessings in his dua. First, Rabbi atitani Rabbi qad atitani min al-mulk, that you provided me this outwardly blessing, that I have power to rule, and you provided me with this all this luxury of being king and all that. And then inwardly blessing, wa 'allamtani min ta'wil al-ahadith, that he who provided me the knowledge to tell dreams, to interpret dreams, and not just that knowledge to guess the interpretation of deen, but to tell the exact interpretation of dream, which can be only done through wahi. So what he is pointing towards, that you provided me, you make me a prophet, you provided me with nubuwwat, with prophethood. That is the second greatest that is the second type of blessing he mentioned in his dua. And then he prayed, Fatir as-samawati wal ard, O the creator of heaven and the earth, you're the only guide, you're my only guardian in this dunya and the hereafter, in the hereafter. And then he made this dua, which shows the real behavior of the prophets, that no matter how many blessings they experience, no matter how close they get to Allah, or how pious they get, or how many good deeds they have in their life, they always fear of their last moment of life. They always fear of their khatima. They always worried about this, that this whatever Allah has provided us, or we should not lose it, or it should not decrease. They always had this fear. So he made this dua to Allah, tawaffani muslima. Oh Allah, you have provided me with iman and with all of this inwardly and outwardly blessings. So he asked Allah to make me die as a Muslim. Muslim means the one who totally submits himself to Allah. So this is the best. If one gets to die on this, this is the best. This is the success. This is the success. This is getting to the goal of life, that one submits himself totally and then he dies. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in another place he says, وَلَا تَمُوتُنَّ إِلَّا وَأَنْتُمْ مُسْلِمُونَ, that you don't die unless you submit yourself totally to Allah. So this is the greatest goal of life, that a person keeps on trying, submitting himself, and he finally submits himself totally to Allah before he dies. So this is the greatest virtue of life. This is the greatest blessing of life, that a person gets to die in this state. And then he says, وَالْحِقْنِي بِالصَّالِحِينَ, make me join the righteous, the other prophets and the other pious people. So this is the dua of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam at the end, that we also need to ask to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these are the two basic lessons from these ayahs. One is being positive in no matter whatever happens into life and whatever anybody does to you. Always think positively, always take decisions on positive basis, And then Second thing is making this dua to Allah that, oh Allah, provide us the death with Islam, death with Iman. Tawaffani Musliman wa alhiqni bis salihin. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us tawfiq to act upon what we have heard. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala open our hearts for the Quran. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursalin.